Hello students, I hope all are well. Today we will be continuing with the journal. Now the last lecture we have studied the meaning, the definition, the specimen and journal entries regarding goods. Okay, so we had done about 11 entries all with goods. So now we will do with wages or incomes, expenses. So different types of journal entries, different types of transactions. So now we will start with very simple problems from the exercise given behind the chapter. So we will take page 84. Then I will read to you. See a page 84, problem number 1. Okay. First we will read the problem, understand, and then we will journalize the transaction. So you must always read the full problem first. Journalize the following transactions in the books of Anand General Merchants. They've given you the year 2019 and these transactions are for the month of April. So you can see the different dates are there. On the first, it is Mr. Anand started business with cash rupees 60,000. Fifth, purchase goods for cash rupees 30,000. This is a purchase transaction. 7, sold goods of rupees 10,000 to Suresh, sales transaction. 10th, purchased furniture from Mr. Govind on credit rupees 30,000. Now here you are purchasing an asset. 15, paid for rent rupees 3,000 and paid by debit card. Now you're paying rent, so here it is an expense. So you're paying an expense. 21st, purchase goods from Urmila on credit rupees 70,000. 27th, paid for transport rupees 1,000 to United Transport. And 30th, paid to Urmila rupees 2,000. It is written there on behalf of Sharmila. That transaction is wrong. So just cancel the words behalf of Sharmila and write on account. Now you will copy down this problem in your notebooks and then you will draw the journal. So now we will start journalizing the transactions. So you will take your notebooks and in your notebooks you will draw the journal format. Write down in the books of Anand General Merchants. You must always write in whose books you are preparing. In the books of Anand General Merchants. And below that, it has to be a journal. Okay, now in the date column, you will first write the year. So we are writing 2019. Below that, you will write the month, that is April. And then you have to write only the dates. Now this is first. So April 1. Now look at the transaction on April 1st. Mr. Anand started business with cash rupees 60,000. Now we have done this transaction where we had to pick out 2 accounts, state their types. Then we have even studied the analysis of the table, finding out which rule applies to which account. So here when Mr. Anand starts business with cash, the 2 accounts involved are cash account and capital account. Okay, he's starting his business with cash. So cash account is real account and capital account is personal account. So cash real account, debit what comes in, and personal account, the businessman is the giver. So his account, according to the rule, credit the giver. So now we know which account is to be debited, which account is to be credited. So how do we write in the journal form? It will be start from the margin, cash account debit 60,000 in the debit column. Now when you write to, write away from the margin, leave some space. To capital account in the credit column 60,000. You don't have to use the word credit there. The amount has to come in the credit column. Now below the journal entry, you will write the narration which begins with the word being. So write being business started with cash. So after every entry, see that you leave a line. Please be neat in your work. Now, next transaction. This is the fifth one. 1/5. Purchased goods for cash. Now, this is a cash transaction of purchases. So, two accounts involved here will be purchases and cash. Okay, so purchases, nominal account, so it is an expense, so you will debit purchases, which we have already studied, and cash, real account, cash goes out. So we know purchases is to be debited, cash has to be credited. So write the entry purchases account debit 30,000 to cash account 30,000 being goods purchased for cash. We have done these transactions. Now we are just writing them in the form of a journal entry. Okay, now go on to the next one, 7th. On 7th, it is sold goods of rupees 10,000 to Suresh. So now this is sale transaction. Are the words cash there? It is not there. So that means it is a credit transaction. And if it is a credit transaction, one of the account has to be a personal account. You are selling goods to Suresh. So two accounts here is Suresh's account and sales account. Suresh is the receiver, so his account will be debited according to the rule of personal account, debit the receiver. And sales will be credited because nominal account sales is an income. So write the entry Suresh's account debit 10,000 to sales account 10,000 being goods sold on credit. Okay. Now the 10th one. Purchased furniture from Mr. Govind on credit rupees 30,000. Now again this is purchases. Now you're purchasing furniture. Furniture is an asset of the business. So one of the account will be furniture. And again this is now on credit. So credit means there has to be some personal account. So your personal account is Mr. Govind. So what is it? Furniture account and Mr. Govind's account. So furniture, real account, it comes into business. Debit what comes in. And who is the giver? Mr. Govind. So credit the giver. So write the entry. Furniture account debit 30,000 to Mr. Govind's account 30,000. Narration: being furniture purchased on credit. The words on credit have to be there. So being furniture purchased on credit. Okay, now 15th. Paid for rent rupees 3,000 and paid by debit card. Okay, now we are paying rent. So one of the account is rent account. It is a nominal account. It is an expense. And the rule for nominal account says debit expenses and losses. But how are you paying this rent? They have said it is paid by debit card. That means your bank account, money will go from your bank, from the business bank account. So you have to take bank account and not cash account. If it was cash, they would have only said paid for rent, rupees 3,000. But here it is said it is paid by debit card. So you have to use the word bank. So how will you write the entry now? It is rent 15th, rent account debit 3,000 to bank account 3,000. Bank is the giver, personal account, credit the giver. So to bank account 3,000. Narration: being rent paid by debit card. You have to specify in the narration. Being rent paid by debit card. Simple narration, but clear. Okay. Now, 21st, purchase goods from Urmila on credit, rupees 70,000. Now, they have clearly said on credit. So, again, similar type of transaction. Like the 10th one, you had purchased furniture on credit. So, I said, whenever it is goods or for asset purchased on credit, one has to be a personal account. So, now here it is purchased goods. So you will take purchases account. We have already done purchases is a nominal account. It is an expense. So you will debit purchases account. So entry here, purchases account debit 70,000. Now from whom are you purchasing? Urmila. She is the giver. So write to Urmila's account 70,000. Narration: being goods purchased on credit. Okay. 27. Paid for transport, rupees 1,000 to United Transport. Now you're paying transport expenses, paid it is said. So transport is one of the account and you are paying by cash. If it's a nominal account, the other account has to be cash or bank. This I have told you in the class. So here you're paying for transport. So it is transport expenses account debit. Transport expenses account debit 1,000 and you are paying this by cash. Cash goes out. So to cash account 1,000 being transport expenses paid. Now the last one. 30th, paid to Urmila rupees 20,000 on account. Okay, so it is on account. That means see here on the 21st, you had a transaction with Urmila. You had purchased goods from her for 70,000 on credit. That means you hadn't paid her that 70,000. But now on 30th, you're not paying. You're paying only part of it on account. That means you're paying only 20,000. So you're paying to Urmila. So one account is Urmila and what you're paying is cash. So she is the receiver, debit the receiver, credit what goes out. So entry will be Urmila's account debit 20,000 to cash account 20,000 being amount paid to Urmila on account. So students, we have finished journalizing all the transactions. You have seen how it is written, but it is not yet over. Okay, we have journalized the transactions. Whenever you write the journal, you are supposed to take the total of the debit and the credit column. So leave a line on that next line, write total and double underline the total. Always double underline all totals. Now you have to total up the debit and the credit column. So I want you to total up, but in the end, I will give you the answer. So you should total up, just not blindly write the answer which is given. Okay, so when you take the total of all the amounts written in the debit column, it will be 2,24,000. And then you will take the total of the credit column. And the credit will also be the same, 2,24,000. Because if you see right from the first entry to the last, the debit and the credit, they are equal. You're writing the same amount in the debit column. You're writing the same amount in the credit column. So your total has to be same. If it is not same, that means you have made a mistake somewhere. Okay, I hope you have understood, children. This is a very, very simple problem that we have done. Okay, now we will do one more problem today so that you will be able to understand. And then if you have any doubts, then you can message me. So we take the second problem on page 84. Okay, look at the problem. I'm reading it first, then we will journalize. So we at least know what type of transactions are there. Journalize the following transactions in the books of the journal. Again, 2019, these transactions are for the month of May. First transaction is on 3rd. Purchase goods for rupees 90,000 and amount paid by bank directly. Okay, so purchase transaction. 7th, sold goods to Satish on credit rupees 30,000. We have done this now. 9th, paid for postage rupees 10,000. 12th, paid for wages rupees 15,000. 15th, received check of rupees 30,000 from Sati. 21st, received dividend of rupees 5,000. 25th, purchased laptop of rupees 40,000 and paid by check. 28th, deposited cash rupees 10,000 into State Bank of India. And 31st, purchased goods of 40,000 and paid by RTGS. Okay, so now we will journalize these transactions one by one. So for that, you have to draw the journal. And first thing, you will write in whose books you are preparing this journal. They have given you, journalize the following transactions in the books of the journal. Below that, you will write journal and draw the format. So see children, please draw the format properly. Date particular should be the bigger, broader column. Ledger folio, very small because we don't write anything in that. And then the debit and credit columns. So on a page, it will fit. So right there in the date column 2019, below that May 3rd, because first transaction is on the 3rd. Purchase goods for 90,000, an amount paid by bank directly. Okay, so now here you're purchasing goods. So one account is purchases and it is being paid by the bank. So instead of cash, you will use the term bank. So entry here will be purchases account debit 90,000 to bank account, because bank is the giver, to bank account 90,000. Narration, being goods purchased and paid by bank. Leave a line. Next one on the 7th. Sold goods to Satish on credit. Okay, now you're selling goods to Satish. So this is, they have said on credit. So two accounts involved here will be Satish's account and sales account. Okay, so Satish is the receiver. Sales is an income. So you will credit according to the rule of nominal account. So right there, Satish's account debit 30,000 to sales account 30,000 being goods sold on credit. Similar transactions which we have done in the previous problem. Next is 9th, paid for postage. Okay, now you're paying postage. So postage is an expense because you're paying. It's a nominal account. Rule says debit expenses and losses. Okay, and how are you paying? Cash. So cash is real account. Cash goes out. Credit what goes out. So you will write postage account debit 10,000 to cash account 10,000. Narration, being postage expenses paid. Twelfth, paid for wages rupees 15,000. Exactly the same like the 9th, only the expense changes. Instead of postage, it is now wages. You are paying for wages. So wages is a nominal account and debit expenses and losses. So you will debit wages. It is being paid by cash, credit what goes out. So entry will be wages account debit 15,000 to cash account 15,000 being wages paid. Okay, 15th, received check of 30,000 from Sati. You are receiving, okay? That is, check means your bank will be receiving its personal account, debit the receiver, and you're receiving from Sati. Sati is the giver. So entry here will be bank account debit 30,000 to Sati's account 30,000. Narration, being check received from Sati. being check received from Sati. 21st, received dividend rupees 5,000. Now here dividend is a nominal account. So see the word before that, it says received, and the rule for nominal account says debit expenses and losses, credit incomes and gains. So dividend is an income, so you will credit that. And how do you receive this? You receive this by cash. So entry here, cash comes in, cash account debit 5,000 to dividend account 5,000, narration being dividend received. 25th, purchased laptop of 40,000 and paid by check. Now, what is laptop? It is an asset of the business. So here you will not use purchases, but you will use the term laptop. Okay, so one account is laptop. The other you are paying by check. You're not paying by cash, you're paying by check. Okay, so here it will be bank account. So laptop, real account, it comes into the business. Debit what comes in? Bank, you're paying by your bank. So bank is the giver. So you will credit the giver. So write entry, laptop account debit 40,000 to bank account 40,000 being laptop purchased. '28, deposited cash rupees 10,000 into State Bank of India. Now here two accounts involved. You're depositing cash. So one is cash account. The other is State Bank of India. Okay, so State Bank personal account, it is receiving. So debit the receiver. And what happens to the cash? It is real account. It is going out. So you will credit cash account. So write the entry State Bank of India. Since the name is given, write the bank's name. State Bank of India account debit 10,000 to cash account 10,000 being cash deposited into bank. Okay, and the last one, 31st, purchased goods for rupees 40,000 and paid by RTGS. Now here the purchasing goods. So one of the account will be purchases account and the other, how are you paying? RTGS. RTGS is done through the bank. So again, you will use the term bank. Okay, in this problem, most of the transactions are related with the bank. Instead of cash, you have to use bank. So entry purchases account debit 40,000 to bank account 40,000 being goods purchased and paid by RTGS. Okay. We have finished journalizing the transactions. So now you know we have done in the first problem. So what are we supposed to do now? Take the totals. So write total draw the line, double underline the total. So what did I tell you in the last problem? First take the total of the debit side. So, and then you will take the total of the credit side. Okay, so you will take the total of the debit column and the credit column separately and then write it. So the debit side total 2,70,000 and the same will be the credit. It has to be the same, but you have to total it. Sometimes it may be wrong. Okay, so 2,70,000, both the columns the same total. So children, I hope you have understood. We have done 2 problems. Solve them in your notebooks. Okay, so nicely, neatly write the question and then solve the solution. The journal has to be there. And I will give you one more homework because you have now Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So all your books completed, you will come on Monday. So for homework, take page 65 and it is an illustration. So it's already solved, okay? But I want you to do it without looking. So if you get stuck, then you can look at the solution. But page 65, illustration number 2. It's a simple problem. So you will solve it very neatly in your book. So you have 3 problems on journal to do. So hope you have understood. If you have any doubts, difficulties, you can message me and I will clear your doubts. Or when we have class on Monday, then we can solve your difficulties first and then continue with the class. Okay, children, thank you and have a nice day.